The village stood silent. Empty houses lined the single street, windows like vacant eyes. The forest pressed close, a wall of dark trees. At the edge of the village, almost swallowed by the woods, stood a house. It was tall and imposing, with a sense of menace that clung to it like cobwebs. Locals called it the haunted house. They whispered tales of it, their voices hushed and fearful. No one dared to go near it. The stories were too chilling, too real. They spoke of a forgotten room hidden somewhere within the house's depths. A room where time stood still and shadows danced with the living. It was said that anyone who dared to enter the forgotten room was never seen again. Sammy scoffed at the stories. He didn't believe in ghosts or haunted houses. He was a man of logic, of reason. The supernatural held no allure for him. So when his friends dared him to spend a night in the house, he laughed. He would prove them wrong, he declared. He would spend the night in the house and emerge unscathed. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the deserted village, Sammy approached the house. He felt a shiver run down his spine, but he dismissed it as a trick of the fading light. He pushed open the creaking gate and stepped onto the overgrown path. The house loomed over him, its windows like watchful eyes. The air inside was heavy with the smell of decay and dust. Sammy coughed, his footsteps echoing in the silence. He explored the ground floor, finding nothing but empty rooms and shattered furniture. He climbed the rickety staircase, each step groaning under his weight. The air grew colder as he ascended. He reached the top floor and paused. There was only one room up here, at the end of a narrow corridor. The door was old and warped, painted a faded blue. A sense of unease settled over Sammy, a prickling sensation on the back of his neck. He hesitated for a moment, then shook off the feeling. It was just an old house, he told himself. There was nothing to be afraid of. As he got closer, he saw the writing on the door. It was scrawled in a language he didn't recognize, but the feeling it evoked was unmistakable. Warning, danger, turn back. He reached for the doorknob, a cold, metallic feeling against his palm. His heart pounded in his chest, a drumbeat of fear. He pushed the door open. The room was small and dusty, lit by a single flickering candle. In the center of the room stood a mirror, its surface clouded with age. As Sammy stepped closer, he saw movement in the reflection. Shadowy figures swirled within the glass, their forms indistinct and menacing. He reached out to touch the mirror, and as his fingers brushed against the cold surface, the room seemed to shift around him. The candle sputtered and died, plunging the room into darkness. The shadowy figures in the mirror solidified, their forms becoming clearer, more terrifying. They reached out from the glass, their eyes burning with a cold, malevolent light. Sammy tried to scream, but no sound escaped his lips. He was trapped, his reflection staring back at him with a triumphant sneer. The forgotten room had claimed him, just as it had claimed countless others before him. The house on the edge of the village stood silent once more, but in the forgotten room, the mirror gleamed, reflecting the terrified face of its newest prisoner. It waited patiently for the next victim, the next soul to lure into its depths. The cycle would continue. The haunting whispers of the forgotten room echoing through the empty village, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lay hidden beneath the surface.